Starting to warm up our shoulders. Core starts to heat up. And switch directions. Good, switch your arms. And switch directions. Good. Do some arm swings in front of us. And when you feel good there, we're going to move into our leg swings. So pushing through our left foot, we're swinging our right side to side. And switch legs, same thing, pulling side to side. Good. Now we'll go forwards and backwards. Starting to feel your quads, hamstrings, glutes. Loosen up. And switch. Good. Next, we're going to work on our hamstrings a little bit more. We're going to go into our hip hinges here. Feet shoulder width apart. Back stays nice and flat, and we just hinge, pushing our butt to the wall behind us, finding length in the back of our legs here. We'll do about 8 of these, guys. Squeezing those glutes at the top. Good, next we're gonna drop into a squat. So your feet may widen just a touch. We work to get our thighs nice and parallel to the ground. Chest stays big here. So the focus is a little bit more strength tonight than cardio. We have a couple little cardio exercises incorporated in, but mostly strength. Again, doing about 8 of these. From here, we're going to go into that kind of Spider-Man stretch. So we hinge at our hips, hands touch the ground. We walk out to a good high plank. Right hand or right foot outside right hand. Elbow drops to our big toe. We twist open. Return to our good high plank. We go left foot. Twist open. Walk our hands back to our feet. And then hands back out. We're going to do this for a total of 4 reps tonight. Really trying to keep your palms that flat on the ground when they walk back to your feet. Feel lots of stretch in those hamstrings. Good. So instead of me kind of talking through these 10 right now, what we're actually going to do this first round, I want you guys to kind of follow me in reps And we're gonna just start with 10 of each exercise, so go through the 10 while I explain them, and then we'll dive into the 2 separate rounds, okay? So, for skater to jumping jacks, it's just gonna be single count when we get into the higher reps of them. And, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. We're gonna skater jump over, jumping jack. When you come back down to center, you'll probably find your rhythm better in landing on that outside foot you're gonna jump off of. So we'll just do 10 here. All the way through. When you're done with those guys, grab your weight, or maybe both. We're gonna do an RDL to a high pull here. So we're gonna set our feet up a little bit wider than our hips. And for our RDL, we're gonna do just that hip hinge that we just warmed up. So weights stay close to our body. As we stand, we lead with our elbows, zipping those weights up, thinking about pulling with our traps and our shoulders. Nice strong core here, no rush through these reps. Still just warming them up, getting comfortable, stay there for 10. Good. Once you're done with your 10 there, we're gonna do a reverse lunge with a leg lift on just one side. So I think I put right first, but it doesn't matter as long as you remember to switch. You can hold no weights, 1 weight, 2 weights. All we're gonna do is lunge back, stand up, squeeze our glute, lift back, lunge, squeeze, lunge, squeeze. Just moving one leg here. We're doing 10 on one side, and we'll hit the other side in just a minute. Squeeze. Think about your hips tucking under and really working that glute. Good. When you're done with the 10 on the one leg, then we're gonna make our way to the ground. If you have something behind you you can hold on to, you can certainly do that here. You might find it a little bit helpful, but we're just doing our leg lifts. So, both legs together, we lift, lower, nice and slow, lift. Lower, nice and slow. We're here for 10. Feel the burn on the way down. I want you getting those legs right to where they're just hovering above the ground, and then using your abs to pull them back up. Good. When you're done with that, meet me in a half kneel position. So our left foot's up. I'll wait just a bit. You need just one weight for this exercise. Left foot is up, right knee's down. Knees are still stacked under our, or I guess stacked shoulder width apart. With just a weight in our right hand, we're gonna do a hammer curl, press upright. Lower, lower. Obviously we're thinking shoulder work here, a little bit of lats, biceps, but think about a really strong core in this exercise, especially as these reps get high. We're gonna wanna lean into it, but stay nice and steady. After your 10 there, We're gonna stand it on up, and we have our reverse lunge, leg lift with the other leg here. Same thing, we just have the other leg moving. Nice and in control. Nice low lunges, squeezing that glute. When you finish those 10, we're gonna meet in a high plank. We have our frog hops. So remember, our butt never comes up in the air in these. We're gonna go from a high plank to our feet wide outside our hands. Stay with our butt down, legs out, in. Reestablishing that nice high plank position each time. Good. From there, we have our curl to press on the other side. So again, establishing that nice foundation under our knees and foot. We curl, press. 10 here. Try to keep everything pointed forward. After this, we're gonna meet in tabletop, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, tuck your toes under, pull your belly button up to your spine, and we have bird dogs. So we're gonna lift opposite leg, opposite hand, squeeze, switch. Everything's flat. We squeeze at the top. Couple variations here if you need a little bit more. 1, holding weight. 2, going into a plank and trying to reach arm and leg out. Obviously, that adds a lot of instability, but great way to challenge yourself. On those, we're just gonna do a single count, and then we're gonna end with our alternating dumbbell swings. So you'll just need your one weight. And these ones, I think we are gonna do double count. So one will be 1 right, 1 left, 2 right, 2 left. So remember with these, our weight switches at the top of the movement, and it should feel like it's floating at the top. We're thinking about firing our hips up and out, glutes are squeezing. Good. So those are our really, what are they? 8 exercises. I have a hard time, as we know, talking while we count through, but I'll do my best to continue to cue you guys. Remember, the focus today, you can try to really spike your heart rate in the skater jumps and the frog hops, even in those dumbbell swings a little bit, but try to focus on what movement you're doing, the parts of your body you're moving, and how you can fine tune it just a little bit. Think about the core engagement the whole time, through every rep, resetting if you need to, but we should feel fatigue in each rep of each exercise because this is a lot higher reps than we're used to dealing with, okay? So, with that, we're gonna start with our skaters to jumping jacks, just single count. We're going to 20. When you finish those, we'll be right into our RDL to high pulls, okay? Let's do it. Back and forth, thinking about being explosive side to side. Really push. Try to make your jumping jack as big as you can. Then we're into our RDL to high pulls. Back stays nice and flat. Then we're powerful as we pull ourselves upright. Pull with our elbows. It's like we're zipping up that jacket. Weight stays close to our body the whole time. If you have different variety of weights, this is a really good class to push yourself with the heavier ones. Remember, there's no rush through movements. After you finish those RDL to high pulls, we have our reverse lunge to a leg lift on that first side. Feel those hamstrings lengthen and then pull as you move through them. Then we move into our lunge. We lunge, squeeze, lift. Come up on that leg, find balance, squeeze that glute, lift that leg. Nice and controlled. Lunge is nice depth each time. We get our legs so that our knees go to 90 degrees. Our knee doesn't slide over our toes. And then when you finish those ones, we go into our leg lifts. And these ones we will certainly feel a burn in. This is one I really don't want you to rush. This is a really good exercise to focus on your breathing as you move. So, you probably are trying to hold your breath the whole time. I want you to inhale as your legs lift. Exhale as they lower. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. Float those legs right above the ground. All the way through 20 of these. After that, take your half kneeling position, weights in our right hand, right knee down, and we curl to press here. Thinking about the goal of this exercise. No rush. I'm doing a horrible job counting in my head. Really think about pulling with this shoulder, but also pushing with your lat. Feeling your tricep get engaged as you lift it up, but also control that weight down. After you finish that guy, we have a reverse lunge with the other leg, right away into it. 20 on this leg again. You may notice with this leg, or I guess with this exercise, I feel on this leg some limitations. I don't feel quite as flexible on this hip as I try to go backwards. So, when we do one-sided movements like that, we really can get an understanding of our body and maybe our tendencies if we sit with one leg always crossed over the other or things like that. We don't have to worry about it as much, but if men sit with wallets in their back pockets, how it can kind of tweak everything for them. After your 20 of these guys, into our frog hops, we go. Feel those legs burn, shoot that heart rate up. Get as many in a row as you can without taking a break. You may have to take that break, that's okay. Push yourself though. After those guys, we have our curl to press on the other side. Nice and controlled. Resetting between every rep. Pulling those shoulders back and down your spine. Getting that bicep up all the way by your ear. Once you finish this guy, we're into our bird dogs. Remember, taking whatever variation you need, even if that's in tabletop, that's okay. Think about reaching from those toes out through your fingertips, eliminating any wiggle you have from your back, keeping that belly button really pulled up toward your spine, but not rounding your back. Just engaging your core. I know I keep saying that we have no rush through these exercises, but this one specifically, absolutely no rush through. Feel the control that's stemming from your core. Really reaching. We don't need to pull our shoulder or leg higher than our back. Just even and nice and straight with it. When you finish with those, just single count, so it's 10 each side. We have our alternating dumbbell swings. These ones are double count though. So 1, 2, all the way to 20. Little last push to get that heart rate up before a break. Hinging our hips backwards. That weight should go high up between your legs. It's not swinging down between your knees. So that's where we're really hinging. All the way through. Good. After you make it through that, get a sip of water. Whew. We are through the first round. So, essentially, we have the same exact thing as that. One more rep, which maybe we'll notice, but we probably won't. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more time. I want you to have your recovery, and then we'll go into that again, mimicking the same thing. You have a feel kind of for the length of the round, so push yourself in the bouts you feel like you can handle it, and those jumping jacks and things like that.
How many reps? I'm sorry, I missed that. 21?
Yes.
Okay.
21 this time. So, okay. Let's start. We have our jumping, or our skaters to jumping jacks, right away into our RDL to high pulls, okay? Let's do it. I'm just gonna change the direction of my mat because I didn't trust myself there. But we're off. Really trying to be explosive. Make your jumping jack big, swinging those arms powerfully, spending the least amount of time on the ground in each place. Right away, you grab weights, maybe one weight. Lots of length in our hamstring. Slow on the way down, quick on the way up. Keeping those weights nice and close to our body. Weight should be in your heels, especially as we lower those weights to our ankles. After that, You can drop one weight. We lunge, lift. Holding ourselves nice and uptight. Steady. Doesn't need to be a huge lift, just enough to feel that glute engage. Should really start to feel the burn on the high end of these reps. After that, I believe we're in our leg lifts. Yep. Onto your back. Nice straight legs that are glued together. Remember about that breathing here. Nice and slow. These ones, you should feel the shake on. When you finish those up in that half kneel, curl the press, right side, 21 reps. Feel the bicep, then the shoulder work, then your lats, triceps, using only our core and the right side of our body. We're not trying to tap in to this left side for momentum. Good. From here, I think we have a reverse lunge with our other leg. Again, controlled, stable, really feeling our whole backside work. Hamstrings, glutes. You may even be feeling this in your low back a little bit. It shouldn't feel painful. If it is, think about tucking your hips under a little bit more as you lunge, but especially as you lift, you should feel your back. $21 reps there. Then we have our 21 frog hops. Remember, we're resetting each time in that high plank position. You have the option to step your feet up here. Really pushing off your feet. From there, we have our curl to press in our left hand. Think about, again, tucking those hips under here. That's going to engage your core. Woo! We got this. Keep working here. From here, we drop one weight, the weight, establish our tabletop, and into our bird dogs. Nice, in control. Really reaching, squeezing at that top point, feeling strength not only in our abs, but also in our back. Good. Then we end with our double count alternating dumbbell swings. Weights again on our heels as that weight rocks back, goes into the balls of your feet as you come forward. All the way through, squeezing your glutes at the top. After that, quick sip of water. And we're gonna do a little quick 5-minute EMOM. So, you guys know know that we're gonna work for a minute. The quicker time you get through it, the longer recovery you have. The first minute, we kind of always get a gauge, see where we fall. Remember, our goal is 20 to 15 seconds of recovery. So if you end with 25 to 27 seconds of recovery or more, push your reps for every minute there on out. For our exercises, we're gonna do 5. We're gonna have our RDL, the high pulls. So we'll do 5 of those. Not necessarily as quickly as you can. Obviously you wanna move quick, but I don't want you losing form. Then what you're gonna do is rack your weights. 5 squat thrusters all the way through, and then 5 bicep curls. We're probably gonna end, I'm thinking, with a lot of time. So we might ramp that time up, or rep count up as we go. So RDL to high pulls, squat thrusters, and then bicep curls, okay? We're going for 5 minutes here. Let's start now. Here we go. Keeping that form we focused on all class, but we switch our gears a little bit. Obviously, still strength with these weights, but we start to tap in a little bit into that cardio. Okay, so we're at 30 seconds. Plenty of time. We're gonna keep our reps at 5, but add double count mountain climbers. So 5 RDL to high pulls, squat thrusters, curls, climbers. I'll keep cueing you guys through. Keep your reps at 5 this round. If you want to go up a little bit, you can. But remember, we're going to add climbers, okay? 3, 2, 1. We have RDL to high pulls. Into squat thrusters. Into bicep curls. After that, 5 double count mountain climbers. Good. We're at 20 seconds right now. Use this minute as your gauge. If you finish right around that 15 second, 20 second mark, stay where we're at. I don't want you falling below that, but make sure that you get your recovery. We go again in 3, 2, 1. RDL to high pull. To our squat thrusters. To our bicep curls. To double count mountain climbers. "20 seconds again. Excellent work. We're halfway through. I used that first minute as a buffer. Didn't count. So, we have 3 more rounds. You guys know the drill. Push those reps if you need to. Let's go. Make sure form isn't being sacrificed here at the end. Elbows high on those squat thrusters as you squat. Into your curls. Elbows in tight. Double count mountain climbers. Good. 15-ish seconds. 2 rounds. Woo! We've got this. We go. In 3, 2, 1. Come on. Work right here. Your best reps yet. Elbows in tight. Mountain climbers. Good. We have 1 more minute. 2 seconds. 3, 2, 1. You guys know we always end these in a plank all together. So when those mountain climbers are done, meet me in a high plank to finish this minute off nice and strong. Come on. Good. Hold it. Meet us here when you finish. We're all in it. Butt tucked. Don't let yourself come out of it. Stay with me. Good. And relax. Get a quick sip of water, and then we will stretch you guys out. Whew. All right. Let's just start on our butt. Soles of our feet together. Kind of doing a 2-in-1 here. Working on that butterfly stretch. So pull the soles of your feet in towards your body. Let your legs fall heavy to the sides. But also, let's incorporate some nice big shoulder rolls in both directions. Both forward and backwards. Let's straighten our legs out. Let's just work on stretching the back side of your legs. So I want you to really think about just, I know you can't see, but pointing your toes far, far away from you. Really feeling like the soles of your feet are dropping to the ground. And then going the opposite direction, trying to pull those feet to your shins. And we drop them again, finding length in the back of our leg. And again, pulling them towards our shins. We can do some ankle rolls here. Again, both directions. Good. From there, we'll cross one foot over the outside of our knee, opposite elbow to the outside of the thigh, pushing for equal pressure. trying to twist and see that wall behind us. Good. Untangle from that, and let's go the other way. Good, we'll untwist from there. Roll onto our backs right away into eggshell, squeezing those knees in nice and tight to your chest here. Really try to feel your low back release for you. You can lift forehead to your knees here and roll around a bit, maybe side to side, front and back, wherever you need. Good. Still holding that right leg tight, straighten out that left leg and squeeze a little bit tighter. Then we're gonna grab that right ankle with both of your hands and try to pull it up toward your stomach. You should feel that deep kind of inner glute stretch here. And we'll switch legs. So we squeeze the left leg in tight, straighten out the right. Grab that ankle. Again, pulling and lifting up towards our stomach. Excellent. Again, we'll connect the soles of our feet. Kind of like we're in the butterfly, but laying down, knees fall open. Trying to press that low back into the ground. Feel relief into those hip joints here. And then we'll zip our legs up, lift our knees over our hips, line our ankles in line with our knees. With shoulders glued to the ground, we're gonna rotate side to side here, letting our legs just fall, getting rotation really in that mid to low back, but kind of throughout our whole spine, in our core. And when you feel ready, we can roll it on up. Happy New Year. Thank you guys for coming. As much as I love the holidays, hopefully we can kind of get back into our Monday, Thursday routine. If there's, of course, anything you guys want to see more of, or formats, exercises, more strength, more cardio, please tell me. But I will be here Thursday, and you guys have a great week, okay?